idea. Now that he's softened you up.
Kano was the leader of the international gang known as the Black Dragon when he first began out as a mercenary. Still, he excels beyond merely being brutal and aggressive by also being intelligent and cunning. He climbed to the position of general of the Outworld Army mainly due to his craftiness and persuasive nature, as proved by his convincing Shao Kahn to spare his life. The characteristics of a paranoid subordinate, lone survivor, crazy madman, and clever commander may all be found in Kano. Due to his actions, Lieutenant Sonya Blade and he is now at odds. A part of Kano's face is covered by a metal plate with a brilliant red eye that can shoot laser-like beams. Kano is the head of the Black Dragon organization, a mafia empire of merciless lunatics. He made his first appearance in Mortal Kombat Special Forces when he persuaded No-Face, Tassia, Jarek, and Tremor to revive the Black Dragon organization in return for their freedom from a US Special Forces detention facility. In reality, he intended to use them as pawns to deter any potential Special Forces assailants. He and his companions annihilated a whole squad at the scene of the jailbreak before fleeing. Kano headed for Outworld to obtain the Eye of Shitian, a relic that would provide him with enormous power, after giving his fellow Black Dragons their assignments. He was unfortunate because Major Jackson Briggs had beaten his goons and caught up with him. Kano was defeated when the two battled. Jax used the eye to transport them back to Earthrealm. He then used it to grab Kano, but Kano escaped right away. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Where do you think you're going?
History of Kano. Kano decided to take part in Shang Tsung's Mortal Kombat tournament to steal money and other valuables for the Black Dragon because of rumors that Shang Tsung's palace was filled with them. The Black Dragon would continue to be the main target of the American Special Forces for some time. Kano was being pursued by Lieutenant Sonya Blade, who had a personal grudge against him for killing one of Sonya's former companions. Kano was free to take part in the tournament out of his own free choice, while Sonya and her crew were detained by Shang Tsung's thugs. Tsung claims that Sonya was offered the option of taking part in Mortal Kombat or being executed alongside her unit. She may win, and they might all go. Only Sonya and Kano survived the competition, where many people died, including some of Sonya's soldiers. Following the battle between Liu Kang and Shang Tsung, Kano teamed up alongside Sonya and Johnny Cage to defeat Goro. The island began to disintegrate as a result of Shang Tsung's defeat during the conflict, and before they knew it, Kano and Sonya were in an outworld jungle. They were discovered and captured by Shang Tsung. Kano and Sonya were ultimately saved by Jax, but Kano was able to escape and return to Outworld before being apprehended. Kano made his debut as one of the few unique characters in the first Mortal Kombat arcade game. He debuted in the series as a member of the Black Dragon clan and has since emerged as a frequent antagonist. He is a serious enemy of Sonya Blade and her clan. In his capacity as a mercenary and the leader of the international gang known as the Black Dragon, Kano goes beyond simple violence and animosity by also being intelligent and clever. Kano, who was born in Australia, is quite opportunistic and self-centered. For monetary or private gain, he will betray his realm and even his allies. As a result, he quickly entered Shao Kahn's inner circle and rose to become the commander of the Outworld Army in the original timeline. One of his most distinctive traits is his warped sense of humor, which almost always makes serious moments light. His vulgarity sticks out among other characters because of his callous spitting, drinking, and urinating wherever he pleases. His unpleasant demeanor complements his huge variety of foul combat moves. Because of his haughtiness, moral lapses, and all-around selfishness, the majority of the other characters in the series detest him. However, he appeared to take great pleasure in being detested, even viewing it as a source of pride. He is Sonya Blade's nemesis, and she is determined to find him and bring him to justice. Kano has a metal plate covering a part of his face due to a disfiguring injury he sustained from a fight with Jax before the series events. A bright red ball that can shoot laser beams serves as the metal plate's eye. In an early illustration, Kano was depicted by John Tobias with two katanas and an eye patch rather than a metal faceplate with a bionic eye. Kano was also depicted wearing a large helmet and sporting two red eyes. Later, a metal plate covering his right eye was chosen in place of this concept. To create Kano's bionic eye in the original Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon explains how a plastic mask piece was carved out, painted a silver tint, and then attached to Richard DeVizio's skull. The right side of the T-800's face starts to peel off due to damage in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, revealing his mechanical visage. According to Ed Boon, this moment served as the direct inspiration for the eye implant. G4 offered the Icon/Game Maker's Edition. According to Ed Ed Boon in an interview, the arc reactor from Marvel's Iron Man serves as the inspiration for Kano's robotic heart. At first, Kano was said to have been born in Japan and to have been abandoned by an American woman in Tokyo. Trevor Goddard's nationality was changed to Australian after his Cockney-accented film performance was favorably received. The most recent Kano is far creepier, a thug with 2 big black dragon tattoos crawling over his arms, appearing naked with a bandolier, or wearing a black vest with a chain around his neck containing a lone tuft of Sonya Blade's hair. Kano will be portrayed by Australian actor Josh Lawson in the next Mortal Kombat film. However, it is unknown if Kano will return in further Mortal Kombat video games. In the current timeline of Mortal Kombat, Kano takes part in the first Mortal Kombat match and is first seen listening to Shang Tsung's opening remarks. He claimed to have exposed the Black Dragon, an organization that deals in weapons, to their adversaries in the Special Forces at some time in the past. Later it was found that Kano was their boss and that he had been leading many of the elite agents of the said military law enforcement into a deadly trap as they went on. He lost his right eye as a result of the prank, and for a while he had to conceal it to heal from his injuries. However, he got his bionic eye implanted by a mysterious unnamed surgeon. Soon after the tournament starts on Shang Tsung's island, he appears on a bridge high above the pit and attacks Sonya, who is already weak after her fight with Johnny Cage. After sneaking up on Johnny and throwing him down the bridge, Kano enters the building to kill Sonya. Johnny avoided death by clinging to one of the bridge's sharp edges, but before Kano has a chance to respond, he leaps back onto the platform and comes at him. As Kano loses the combat, Sonya congratulates Johnny, but the villain is still able to escape. While she rescues Jax from Goro's hideout, Sonya tries to call for an evacuation helicopter, but Kano and Shang Tsung ambush them and shoot it down. The criminal challenges her to a battle after boasting that no one can help her this time. Sonya attempts to have Kano imprisoned after she defeats him, but Shang Tsung intervenes and takes Kano with him. Before the second tournament starts, Kano and Shang Tsung visit the Living Forest in an effort to sell Shang Tsung some Black Dragon weaponry. When Smoke interrupts them, Kano promises Shang Tsung that he would take care of Smoke at no charge. Despite his claims, the Lin Kuei ninja defeats both Kano and Shang Tsung. Later, Kano finds a critically burnt Cabal and rescues him, giving him breathing equipment and using Shang Tsung's abilities to cure him and return him to Outworld. When Cabal awakens in his new form, Kano tries to persuade him to change back into the Black Dragon, but instead gets criticized for selling the Outworld warriors their firepower. The two ex-friends begin a combat battle with Cabal, blaming Kano for the devastation of their shared foe. Cabal now has the upper hand and orders Kano to take him to Outworld. However, Kano warns him that Shao Kahn controls the rules, but Cabal forces him at the point of a knife to bring him before Shao Kahn. When Cabal recognizes Shang Tsung and Kano confirms it, they watch as Shao Kahn murders him with ease. After noticing this, Kano tries to tell Cabal that the King of the Outworld has no chance against him, but Cabal attacks him with a dagger and tells him that he may take him instead. As soon as he regains consciousness, Kano pursues Goro and Kintaro to the Bell Tower, where he gleefully humiliates pals from Earthrealm while waiting for Cyber Sub-Zero. Kano is kept frozen since he is not informed of cyber reprogramming while the prisoners are freed. After Sub-Zero defrosts him, Kano alerts Noob Saibot about duplicity. Zero is never mentioned or seen after this. What makes Kano so powerful? Even though he lacks discipline, Kano is proven to be a skilled hand-to-hand fighter. Although he prefers to fight more like a street brawler, he has had extensive training in Aikido, military combat, Jing-Yi martial arts, and street fighting. He is not averse to using dubious strategies to win a fight. Kano is an opportunistic fighter who often engages in combat if doing so would benefit him the most, but if challenged head-on, he won't back down either. Even the most skilled fighters will find him challenging since he lacks finesse and technique, but makes up for it with amazing battle skills. But unlike his opponents, Kano depends more on technology and weaponry than on superhuman skills. He is a skilled knife combatant and carries many bladed weapons on him all the time. He uses the same set of knives every time he engages in combat, whether he throws them at the opposition or uses them for hand-to-hand combat. In addition to his combat skills, Kano has been given cybernetic modifications all over his body, most notably his cybernetic eye, which can shoot a laser beam. His continued advancements provide him with more fighting capability. Kano has the unique ability to roll up into a cannonball and fly towards his foes, knocking them to the ground, even though he depends more on weaponry and technology than special tactics. This has been one of his signature plays ever since the opening game. Several of his finishers also include his ripping of the opponent's vital organs or even their entire skeletons out of their body. A lot of the discussion about Mortal Kombat's degree of cruelty was sparked by Kano's heart rip and the Elder Sub-Zero's spine rip fatality. Kano curls into a ball and rushes his adversary. In Mortal Kombat 2011, this move is called Ball. In Mortal Kombat 10, this is referred to as a Kano Ball and also hits the opponent twice if they approach too closely. In Mortal Kombat 11, this is known as Black Dragon Ball. Kano performs a ball from the air to the ground, striking an opponent who gets in his way. This is known as an air ball in Mortal Kombat 10, and Kano will immediately kick low to trip his opponent as soon as he lands. If Kano doesn't make contact with his opponent before landing, he won't trip him. In Mortal Kombat 11's Air Black Dragon Ball, Kano strikes the opponent before crouching in preparation to attack. Kano aims his cannonball towards an enemy in the air. This move is simply known as Up Ball in Mortal Kombat 2011, and in Mortal Kombat 10, it deals 2 damage if the opponent is close to Kano. In Mortal Kombat 11, this is referred to as Up Black Dragon Ball, and it can only be used while Veg Mighty is selected as an equip ability. In addition, rather than flying straight up in Mortal Kombat 11, Kano would first fly ahead before soaring diagonally overhead. In Psycho Cannonball, Kano flies randomly over the screen. In Knife Throw, Kano throws 2 blades towards the opponent's direction. In Mortal Kombat 2011 and Mortal Kombat 10, he only throws 1 dagger. Mortal Kombat 10 refers to this attack as Blade Throw. The opponent's chest is pierced by the assault, which in Mortal Kombat 11 is known as Blade Toss. With Knife Swipe, Kano swings his dagger upward to attack his adversaries. This is referred to as Blade Slice in the Mortal Kombat 10. With Air Throw, while the opponent is in the air, Kano uses his legs to force him to the ground. In Mortal Kombat 2011, he chokes his opponent to enable him to hurl them to the ground and chase after them. With Chokehold, Kano would grab his opponent by the throat and raise him into the air before stabbing him into the chest. The Mortal Kombat 2011 and Mortal Kombat 10 refer to this as Choke. In Mortal Kombat 2011, Kano just grabs the opponent and chokes them violently while laughing hysterically, leading them to collapse to the ground helplessly. In Mortal Kombat 10, he does a similar maneuver, except this time, he knees his opponent in the face to dislodge them. In Mortal Kombat 11, this is Kano's throw.
Give it up, baby.
Kano in Mortal Kombat 1995. While Shang Tsung, the Demon Sorcerer, personally selected each Mortal Kombat participant, each fighter's motivation for competing varies. Liu Kang plots to get revenge on Shang Tsung for killing his younger brother Chang Kang in combat in a dream he experiences at the start of the film. Since Kano is the one who murdered her buddy before Jax, Sonya Blade is searching for him. Johnny Cage is taking part in the competition to demonstrate that he is a genuine martial artist and not just a fake, as the media has claimed. Regardless of their individual objectives, they have been registered and instructed to appear at a Hong Kong pier to be transferred to Shang Tsung's island where the tournament will take place. 2 of the 3 potential tournament rivals they run with while on the boat are the Lin Kuei fighter Sub-Zero and the undead ghost Scorpion, both of them whom Shang Tsung is holding prisoner. Because Raiden, the god of lightning and keeper of the realm of Earth, intervenes with 2 lightning bolts to separate his chosen 3 and inform them of their opponents, there are no pre-tournament matches. The Earthrealm fighters are welcomed to the island with a feast before the competition's opening rounds start the next day. But in the shadows, Shang Tsung wordly tells Prince Goro, the Mortal Kombat champion, about Liu Kang's participation and the possibility that Princess Kitana, the Emperor's stepdaughter, may betray them by siding with Earth. Kano is called beautiful by Shang, who also cautions them against doing more than just punishing the girl because he has other intentions for her. At the start of the competition, the Earthrealm competitors vanquish Shang Tsung's army. Kano is defeated and killed by Sonya, Scorpion is defeated and killed by Johnny Cage, and Sub-Zero is killed by Liu Kang. Goro does, however, eventually take part in the competition. Shang Tsung kills a handful of the combatants by himself, including Johnny Cage's friend, Art Lean, whose soul he seizes. Kano in Mortal Kombat 2021. Cole goes to Sonya's cover and finds her questioning captured Australian mercenary Kano. She and Jax assert that anybody who kills the Mortal Kombat original Dragon Mark bearer has a possibility of obtaining the mark. Syzoth, Shang Tsung's assassin, attacks them, but Kano kills him with Cole and Sonya's assistance. Before being taken before Raiden, who has harsh words for the newcomers, they first run across the current Earthrealm champions Liu Kang and Kung Lao in Raiden's temple. After being saved by Raiden and acquiring a set of prosthetic arms, Jax has joined them. Shang Tsung's attempt to attack is repelled by Raiden, who's protecting the temple. Sonya looks after Jax's health as Cole. Kano, Kang, and Lao collaborate to develop their Arcana, a special skill that can only be used by those who bear the Dragon Mark. Kano used his arcana, which enables him to fire a laser beam from his right eye during a dispute. Cole makes unsuccessful attempts to wake up. After discovering that Cole is a descendant of the Hasashi family and grows dissatisfied with him, Raiden sends Cole back to his family. Cabal, a former friend of Kano's, joins them as Shang Tsung's army prepares to attack the shrine. Kano is persuaded by Cabal to turn against him and take down the shield. Jax wakes his arcana throughout the battle, giving him superhuman strength and superior equipment. At the same time, Goro is also attacking the Youngs. Once he awakens his arcana, Cole gives him a set of tonfas and some armor. He assists to the defense of the temple and kills Goro. When Raiden reveals Cole's lineage, Shang Tsung and Sub-Zero become incensed. The majority of the Earthrealm warriors are then dispatched by Raiden to the Void, a secure haven between worlds. However, when Lao protects Cole from Sub-Zero, Shang Tsung kidnaps Lao's soul. Cole suggests merging the Outworld and Earthrealm champions in order to eliminate Sub-Zero as a whole and end the tournament that Shang Tsung bet on. Hanzo's bleeding kunai is offered to Cole by Raiden, who explains that utilizing it would force Hanzo's spirit to join him in battle, and Cole nods in agreement. Cole and his friends are guided by Raiden to their objective. After defeating Kano, Sonya gains the Dragon Mark and the ability to wield purple energy beams as her arcana, and she uses both of them to beat Mileena. She also triumphs over the Outworld champion, including Cabal, whom Liu Kang had already vanquished as retaliation for Kung Lao's demise. Kano appearances in other media. Kano makes an appearance in the Malibu Comics series with a personality and a backstory based on how he was depicted in video games from the 1990s. Along with Raiden, he was one of the two central figures of the 3-issue Raiden and Kano miniseries. It is revealed that this is the root of Sonya's animosity for him when he uses a heart tear to murder Lieutenant Lance, Sonya's companion, during a tournament battle. His reasons for pillaging the island are replaced by his discovery of the Tao Te Zan and the powers it grants him. The last episode of the series, the Tournament Edition issue, sees Sonya and Jax capture and jail him. In the breakout mini-story that was included in US Special Forces issue number 1, it is shown that after failing to convince his superiors, he ultimately made his way out. Later during the Battle Wave series, he would be shot by them in the Black Dragon, only to be saved by Raiden. Betraying Raiden, Kano joins Shao Kahn and remains with him throughout the subsequent events. With the assistance of Kano and a mystical sword that drew power from a villain who had allied with good, Raiden would try to destroy Shao Kahn. Cyborg, who is based on Kano, is the name of a character in Wreck-It Ralph. He appears in the film as a fellow villain from the Bad Anon Fellowship. To avoid drawing a direct link to a series that appeals to an older audience than Wreck-It Ralph, which targets a younger audience, he is referred to as Cyborg in the credits. Marvelous verdict. The whole world has abandoned Kano, even his own family and his gang, leaving him to live alone. In the Earthrealm Warriors, he finds a family that not only loves him, but also depends on him. Although he's still an outcast among the protagonists, he proves to be a great warrior with time by engaging in combat with them. He's one of the most interesting characters in the Mortal Kombat universe. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.
Where do you think you're going?